From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, December 12th, 2017. Silver is trading at $15.78 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,243 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 8.5 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $17,120. Antiwar.com reports a new statement from the Turkish Army reported a flurry of airstrikes on Monday against targets in Kirkuk and Matina in northern Iraq, killing at least 29 people, all of whom were labeled PKK militants. Turkish attacks against northern Iraq are fairly common, and everyone killed in the Kurdish region tends to be labeled PKK in official statements, despite a lot of questions about who exactly is being killed. Turkey's statement this time claimed that the slain militants were planning an attack on the Turkish border and that the airstrikes destroyed a number of caves and shelters, killing all within. This only adds to questions about how they knew everyone was a militant. Turkey has been at war with the PKK, a secessionist movement, since the 1980s. During a brief ceasefire with Turkey in recent years, many PKK fighters were sent into Iraq pending negotiations, and since those talks collapsed, Turkey has used that as justification to strike Iraq. For over 40 years, Robertson Roberts brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Robertson Roberts brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports President Donald Trump on Monday signed a directive to send U.S. astronauts back to the moon, an order he said would restore American leadership in space. The directive comes on the 45th anniversary of the day Apollo 17 put the last U.S. astronauts on the moon. Trump's directive ordered NASA to send U.S. astronauts back to the moon for the first time since 1972 and establish eventual travel to Mars. He said, "This time we will not only put our flag and leave footprints, we will establish a foundation for an eventual mission to Mars and perhaps someday to many worlds beyond. This directive will ensure America's space program once again leads and inspires all of humanity." Trump also praised the order because it also happens to mean jobs. The White House said the United States would work with international partners and private companies to reach the moon and Mars, saying this is a giant step towards inspiring that future. "We are the leader and we are going to stay the leader." The National Space Council, headed by Vice President Mike Pence, recommended the action to Trump. Pence said Monday the order will lead to a renewed American presence on the moon, adding, "We will also spur innovation as the space program has always done." President Trump resurrected the National Space Council in June, 24 years after it was disbanded. President George H.W. Bush created the panel in 1989. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Bitcoin Not Bombs. Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs offers premium publicity campaigns designed to facilitate an organization's adoption of Bitcoin as a payment system and to fully capitalize on that decision in their fundraising efforts. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com. Reuters reports a federal judge in the criminal conspiracy trial of Nevada rancher Cliven Bundy and 3 other men on Monday warned that prosecutors' failure to produce documents that could support defense arguments may lead to a mistrial. The 4 men, including 2 of Bundy's sons, Ammon and Ryan, are accused of conspiring to use the threat of force in a 2014 armed standoff with federal agents near the Bundy Ranch. It galvanized right-wing groups challenging U.S. government authority over public lands in the American West. Outside the presence of the jury, U.S. District Judge Gloria Navarro on Monday read a lengthy list of documents previously undisclosed by prosecutors that could be used to impeach government witnesses or otherwise bolster defense attorneys' arguments that their clients felt surrounded by government snipers prior to the standoff. Navarro then sent jurors home until December 20th while the evidence issues are addressed. Navarro said some of the prosecution's documents were produced so late that they violated the federal evidence discovery rules and as a result could lead her to strike witness testimony, call for a continuance, or declare a mistrial. Navarro said the information would possibly undermine the confidence in the outcome of the trial. You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. That's shop.fppradio.com. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.